Football is a feeling, the roar of the crowd, the thrill of the goal, the pride of holding trophies. Football gives us heroes, but life reminds us they're human too. One night of sin, one moment of rage, and boom, everything they've built comes crashing down around them. Dramatic arrests, heartbreaking scandals. So what happens when heroes on the pitch find themselves staring at the cold, steel bars of a prison? Can even legends survive? Number 8. Eric Cantona.
Oh, what's going on here? Cantona's getting involved with some supporters. Oh, this is outrageous.
All right, let's kick things off with King Eric himself, Eric Cantona, nicknamed King Eric. He became a Manchester United legend in the 1990s. 26 years without a league title, Eric ended that wait. Just like that. 4 Premier Leagues, 2 FA Cups. The man's a total legend. Remember those cheeky goals? Pure class. Right. It was the 25th of January, 1995. Manchester United was playing against Crystal Palace at Selhurst Park. The referee showed Cantona the red card for a frustrated kick at defender Richard Shaw. He walked toward the tunnel head down, fuming. Then this fan, Matthew Simmons, leans over the barrier and unleashes pure filth. French bastard. It was like poking a sleeping lion. In a flash, Cantona launched his infamous kung fu kick and threw punches. He was arrested for common assault. Croydon Court gives him 2 weeks in jail. Can you imagine King Eric behind bars? But he appealed, and it was reduced to 120 hours of community service. He was spared jail time, but the FA, they weren't so kind. 9-month ban, which he completed. Today, Cantona lives a life far from the pitch, enjoying his second career as an actor and pundit. Number 7. Benjamin Mendy. Moving on to Benjamin Mendy, a French left-back famous for his lightning pace and party-loving persona. Mendy rose through Monaco. Then, in 2017, Pep Guardiola paid a record £52 million to bring him to Man City. That's how much Pep wanted him. We were buzzing. This guy's a machine. Sure, injuries knocked him about and kept him out too often. But when he was on, electric. At the time of his troubles, he was still with City.
Manchester City defender Benjamin Mendy has been charged with 2 additional counts of rape. Mendy now faces 6 allegations of rape after initially being charged in August with 4 counts.
He was arrested on rape and sexual assault charges involving several women. 4 brutal months behind bars on remand. Headlines screaming his name. Then came the long court battles. One trial in 2022 and another in 2023. The verdict was clear: not guilty on all charges.
With tears in his eyes, footballer Benjamin Mendy walks free, cleared of rape and the attempted rape of 2 women. As he left court, the former Premier League star had little to say, except this: Alhamdulillah. Praise be to God.
He took Manchester City to court for not paying his wages during his suspension, and actually won most of his £11 million claim. These days, has back home in France, lacing up for Lorient in Ligue 2. Joey Barton. Next up is Joey Barton, the definition of a tough English midfielder, uncompromising, fierce, and often on the edge of a yellow card. Barton started at Manchester City, then went on to Newcastle, QPR, and Burnley, over 250 Premier League games, 1 England cap. Those long passes, magic, but Joey's life, a bloody storm, fights, headlines, always a dark cloud away from disaster. After leading Fleetwood Town and Bristol Rovers, he had made the move to management by the time of his most recent run-in with the law. For Barton, the drama never really stops. Barton's latest legal trouble came in June 2021. After a barbecue at his home in southwest London, a drunken argument with his wife, Georgia, escalated violently. He kicked her in the head, causing a golf ball-sized bruise. He was immediately charged with assault by beating. 2025 trial at Wimbledon magistrates. Joey swears self-defense. Judge liar, he says. Guilty as charged, 12 weeks prison, but suspended 12 months. No bars this time. just community service and fines. First run in with the law? Absolutely not. He spent 4 months in prison in 2008 for a street assault and had other wild incidents, like burning a teammate's eye with a cigar. Today, he's out of prison, still managing teams, but controversy seems to follow him everywhere. Number 5. Diego Maradona. Now let's talk about Maradona. Oh, man, where do I even start? The Argentine kid from the slums who became football's soul. A genius, pure, untouchable magic. 1986 World Cup. He carries Argentina on his back. That cheeky hand of God flick past Shilton. Genius. Then that solo wonder goal. 60 yards of dribbling wizardry, humiliating England. We all jumped off our sofas screaming, right? Clubs. He transformed Napoli. 2 Serie A titles in the 80s, turning Naples into his kingdom. Barcelona, Boca. Everywhere he went, fans adored him. At the height of his drug issues, he was with Napoli, where fame amplified his addictions. Late 80s. Fame hits like a tsunami. Cocaine whispers turned to screams. In April 1991, he failed a drug test for cocaine while playing for Napoli and got a 15-month ban. Days later, back home in Buenos Aires, arrested, cocaine in his pocket, trafficking whispers. He was released on bail after just 1 night in custody. He went to rehab and avoided a long sentence. In 1994, he was kicked out of the World Cup for a banned stimulant. The majority of other legal issues, like an arrest in Uruguay in 2000, resulted in penalties or rehabilitation, never proper long jail time. Status saved him, but drugs repeatedly derailed his career until his death from heart failure in 2020. Number 4. Adam Johnson. Adam Johnson dominated the Premier League with his speed and skill. He rose through Middlesbrough's academy, then Manchester City, 2012, part of that Aguero moment title win. Off to Sunderland next. Everything a young player dreams of becoming.
He was my favourite football player. At Sunderland, a club I was a massive supporter of. He asked me straight away how old I was, and I told him that I had just turned 15.
In March 2015, Johnson was arrested for having sexual contact with a 15-year-old girl. A fan groomed her on social media. Messages, meetups. He knew her age. Kissed her, went further, and broke every line. Our hearts in pieces. Charges hit hard. 3 counts of sexual activity with a child. 1 grooming. He admitted to grooming and 1 count of sexual activity, but denied the others. Jury, guilty to all. 6 years inside. 3 served at Hempy Moreland, paroled March 2019. But lifetime sex offender, tag branded forever. Johnson wasn't declared innocent. He admitted partial guilt. Since his release, has stayed out of the spotlight, and his few tries at returning to football quietly faded away. Number 3. Ronaldinho. Ronaldinho, the Brazilian wizard who made football feel like a carnival. That smile lit up the whole damn world. Starts at Grêmio, dazzles PSG, then 2003, 2008. Barcelona's golden era. He had played for Fluminense in 2015 and was already retired at the time of his arrest. By 2020, has retired and living the legendary life until March. For a book launch and a casino promotion, Ronaldinho and his brother Roberto took a plane to Paraguay. But their use of fake passports led to their arrest at the airport. They swear, sponsor duped us. Straight to the Agrupación Especializada prison in Asuncion, 32 days behind bars. But Ronnie, being Ronnie, organizes a futsal tournament with inmates, wins 11-2, bags 5 goals. In April, they were moved to house arrest in a luxury hotel, where they spent about 5 months. By August 2020, they struck a plea deal, paid $200,000 in fines, and walked free. No extra sentences. Back to Brazil. Has not in prison now, enjoying retirement with occasional exhibitions. Number 2. Dani Alves. Dani Alves, the Brazilian right back, has played for some huge clubs: Barcelona, Juventus, PSG, and even Sao Paulo. In 2022, he was playing for Pumas in Mexico when the accusations hit. Alves was arrested in January 2023 in Barcelona, New Year's Eve 22. In some nightclub bathroom, a woman says he raped her. Dani swears up and down it was totally consensual. But here is the thing. Spain's got this only yes means yes law now. Silence or not saying no does not count as consent. In February 2024, Alves was convicted and sentenced. 4 years, 6 months in prison, plus 150,000 euros to her for the pain. And get this, had already served for over a year in pretrial detention. However, a Spanish court reversed the decision, says evidence just wasn't strong enough. He is free as of 2025, but the damage, huge. That Pumas contract, lost it, owes them $2.2 million. Number 1, Robinho. Robinho finally, the Brazilian forward nicknamed the new Pele for his silky dribbles. He made waves at Santos, then Real Madrid, Manchester City, and AC Milan. He was with Milan in 2013 when the incident occurred. He was accused of gang raping a 22-year-old lady in a nightclub in Milan, along with 5 other people. In 2017, Italy sentenced him to 9 years. Robinho maintains innocence but lost all appeals. In March 2024, Brazil finally enforced the sentence. He is now in Trememba prison, serving the full 9 years. As of 2025, Hez still behind bars. Career, dust. That silky kid we cheered, locked away with monsters. There you have it. Football reminds us that talent doesn't excuse actions. Which fall broke you most, and why? Comment below. If you enjoyed this, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share it with your friends.